Just talk about that.
Hey guys, welcome to Montreal.
Thank you.
How are you guys enjoying your stay so far?
We're having a great time. Right, David?
Yes.
Oh, is that how we're? Oh, that's how we're doing the
two
mics.
microphones and 3 people, so we're going to be sharing.
Very nice. Did you? I can trade my in-sync microphone if you want. How you guys doing? Everybody ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. Before we get well, let's start lining up with questions. But I'm gonna get all of my fan stuff. First of all, my daughter's madly in love with you. Again, Dear Dumb Diary, just watch it. It's incredible. But yeah, madly in love with you. Watched every episode of Touch, and she's like, yeah, she loves you. So tell me about working on a movie where. Tell these guys about Dear Dumb Diary.
That was a lot of fun. It was my first time doing anything like that. My only time, now that I think about it, doing anything like that. I remember there was one scene where it was like because it was a musical, right? And there was like these musical dream kind of sequences. And there was one song that the lead girl was like singing about my character, and it wasn't scripted like this. I don't even remember exactly what happened, but the I'm gonna just get right to the punch. I'm bad at telling stories. The director just told us, okay, you're gonna have to kiss her on the cheek. And I remember I was so nervous, and it was kind of anticlimactic. But yeah, that's what I remember. But I just remember being really nervous about that.
That's awesome. Ben, like I said, the OC is where everybody... First of all, congratulations on just knocking it out of the park every time you make it into something. Like, oh my God,
Thanks.
The OC was incredible.
Thanks.
And then when I saw the trailer for Southland, and I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And that was incredible. And then Gotham, so...
I don't get many jobs, but when I get
When
jobs,
you get them.
I've only worked 3 jobs my entire life. And I'm 57 years old. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Ben, what was the experience on the OC like?
The OC was great. That was my first job, almost literally. And similar to David, actually. A lot of, now kiss this person. Usually more, not just on cheek. But it was a great job, taught me a lot in a lot of different ways.
And it's where we first met.
And it's where I met Morena.
Oh, by the way...
It's not true, he doesn't remember me.
I may not remember meeting her, but I did meet her there. It's a true story. Apparently, I was not very nice to you. Right? Morena, would you like to tell the story?
No, it's okay, we can skip this one.
Anyway, she forgave me for it. And, thank God.
Morena, my first introduction to you was on Firefly, and you were incredible.
It was my first introduction to working.
Do you want to talk about it, or is it, it's Comic-Con. This is all we've ever talked about for like 8 years, so.
Yeah, I know, I still get asked if it's coming back, and,
Well,
Is it coming back?
Is it coming back?
Did you say it's coming back?
Right? We got video, right? It's coming back? Netflix,
It's coming
right?
back. Oh my God, guys.
We're gonna be like 100 years old, and everybody's gonna be asking if we're coming back.
I think we've given them oh yeah, there's a line coming up. All right, let's go straight to the audience. Hi.
Hi. Oh, God, I'm first. Okay, hi. My question's for Morena. And you have a subtle debate I have with my friend. It's really important that you settle this. If you have to choose Mal or Wade.
I'm just glad you didn't ask me to choose between somebody else and somebody else. Between Mal and Wade. All right, that's just not fair. I'm gonna go with Mal because that was the first one.
Thank you.
And because I know that's what you wanted to hear.
Obviously.
Hi.
Hi guys, thanks so much for coming. This is for anybody on the couch. Gotham is dark and deep and gloomy, and that's why I love it. So, what do you guys do on set just to liven things up so you don't get so depressed?
What?
We do.
Oh, yeah, Ben said, Sean and you have a good time.
Yeah, Sean, who plays Alfred, I mean, anybody could agree to this, he's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet. And just like anything he says is just cool because it's with a British accent, so it just makes it okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like specific stories. I don't know, it's never dark on set. It's like we kind of have to, we kind of inherited the fact that we have to counterbalance what's on screen and what's like in between action and cut with fun and lighthearted stuff off.
You guys post on Instagram and Twitter all the time. You're behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah, Sean has these things called Salfreeze, and we just take selfies that he's in, and he calls it Salfreeze. It's just that kind of stuff, you know, we're like, yeah. I don't know.
Ben and I are usually like, so what are we gonna do about dinner tonight with the kids? Should we, that keeps it light. Light and boring. Yeah.
Thanks so very much.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Michael. First and foremost, you guys are awesome in Gotham. And my question is for all of you guys is, what is it like working with both Cameron Monaghan and Corey Michael Smith?
Cameron and Corey are both fantastic actors. We have the luxury of getting an incredible cast on this show, sort of all across the board. But you know, what's great about both Corey and Cameron is that initially their roles were quite limited. I remember Corey on the pilot only had one scene as Enigma. He's obviously the ME at that point. And we had to shoot it because the pilot was a little bit crazy. We had to shoot it in something like an hour or something. I mean, we had no time. And poor Corey was just kind of, you know, thrown into the middle of it. But I could see, you know, how unbelievably talented he was. And the same was true of Cameron. Cameron came in midway through season 1, kind of on a lark. We just sort of, you know, were throwing this pseudo Joker character out at the audience, but not really, you know, I don't think we really understood yet where it was heading. And when he showed up and delivered, I remember everyone's eyes sort of opened, and we thought, okay, we'll have to bring him back. And so where he's come to now, especially all the stuff he's gotten to do with David, I think really, you know, it's a testament to like how unbelievably talented, and he's an intense guy. He's like always in character, isn't he?
It's scary, like on set he's very method in that he doesn't like just okay. Imagine this: my very first scene with him in season 3 when he comes to kidnap Bruce from Wayne Manor, and we're on set, and I'm just like talking with Sean, and there's like a little hallway off of the Wayne Manor set, and I just kind of like peek my head in there just to like see where he is because I hadn't officially met him yet. And I just see him facing the wall, it's this far away from him, just laughing. And you know, at first I was like, okay, I kind of got a little scared, but you know, after working with him for like those 2 weeks, that episode, I worked with him really intensely. And I mean, I'm so, watching how dedicated he is makes me proud to say that I'm an actor. It was phenomenal. Yeah, it was great. I learned, I mean, saying I learned so much is an understatement. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hi.
Hello. I have a question to David. What's your favorite part of being an actor?
Oh, wow. Working with Ben, obviously. Sorry, Morena.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
We've never had a scene together.
I'm sorry.
My favorite part of being an actor, I think what attracts me about acting is just being able to be somebody else. I kind of wish I could elaborate more on that. I've just always loved, and also the fact that I get to put on a show. I love entertaining people, and I hope you guys are entertained right now. If you're not, you can leave, it's fine. But I don't know, ever since I remember when I was like really young, like, I don't know, 4 or 5, my family loves doing karaoke, so we'd always do karaoke, and I would always rap Gold Digger. Just because I knew I could get a reaction. And that was the only reason I did it. Now I love Kanye West, but I was like too young to like know what music was like then. And I just did it because people loved it, and I knew that I could get people to laugh. So I don't know, I've always loved that, and I love acting because you get to explore different perspectives, different lenses, and like we just, okay, for those of you who aren't caught up, sorry. I'll try to keep the spoilers brief. Like Bruce, I'll just say kind of briefly, Bruce was bad for a while there, and like he was like drinking and whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. And a lot of fans came up to me, they're really mad at me, like, how could Bruce do that? How could Bruce, fire, who? And like, when I was reading the scripts, obviously I knew, like, yeah, I don't agree with what Bruce is doing, but it's really cool to be able to explore perspectives that you don't even agree with, and explore them to the point where you have to be the person that's doing things that you don't agree with, and if that makes any sense, I've always loved that about acting. Good question, thank you so much.
Yeah. While we're there, what drew you guys to acting? Why did you get into it?
My mom is an actress, actually, and I grew up with actors in my family. My uncle is an actor, my great uncle is a director. I grew up around it, and it felt really natural, and I think it's in my blood, honestly. I enjoy hiding behind a character, but I am also smart enough to know that it's me. I just pretend that it's not, and so there's something really liberating and really nice about putting on a mask.
My uncle...
And getting to work with Ben.
My uncle is a screenwriter and a playwright, and when I was a young man, I saw a play that he did, and it sort of opened up my eyes to the possibility of this, and so that's how I kind of, first got into it.
Very cool.
Hi.
Hi, my question's for Ben, big fan. DOC kind of helped me in high school, so I wanted to know which was your favorite episode to shoot.
Oh.
I know it's the one with me in it, right?
Yeah. I think we all remember episode... Morena's fantastic. You play a character, did you play a character named Maya?
Maya Griffin.
Maya Griffin, I think we all remember Maya Griffin. She left quite an impression on me. I'm not sure that I remember a specific episode other than the pilot. I remember the pilot very well. Pilots are kind of trial by fire. All of these people are brought together for a very short amount of time, usually like 3 weeks. And they're thrown into a very stressful situation, and it's sort of like, let's see if this works or not. And you could be on for years, or it could be over in 3 weeks, forever. So no pressure. And I remember being on there and not knowing what I was doing, and loving it, the adrenaline. So I hadn't really worked enough to ever have a stand-in, because if you're lower on the pecking order of a show, you just stand in for yourself. So I had no idea that someone was going to come and stand in for me while they were setting up the shot. So I would do the rehearsal, and I would just stand there. And then someone would come up, like, I was, no. And so everyone thought I was really method, that I was like really intense, but I was really just didn't know oh, you mean you're gonna stand here and I can go get a snack. And so I remember, that's a terrible story. I just remember the show, that pilot very well. I'm glad I was able to help you through times, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I have a playlist that makes me cry all the time, because I think the third song on it is If You Leave by Nada Surf. And I just see that airport scene every time it plays, and I die. It's been like 12 years.
That's a good song.
Yeah, I like that.
We had good music on the show.
Oh my God, that's the best music. Hi.
Hi, my name is Laurie. My question is for Ben. I would like to know what is your best moment in the OC. This show really marked my life. I really loved it. So I would like to know what is your favorite moment. What did you like the most about it?
Best moment. You know, again, the pilot I like a lot, but let's not use that. There was some interesting stuff in the first season. My mom came in, and you know, I'm this kid who basically got abandoned, was sort of put up to effectively be adopted by the Cohens in Newport Beach. And so that was nice to kind of have like a sense of the loss. You know, you got a sense that my mom was kind of a lost soul, and I was kind of raising myself. And I thought that was kind of, you know, meaningful. But most of it's a blur. Sorry, it's a long time ago.
Thank you so much for
Thanks a lot.
I love the Tijuana episode. It's my
I remember. Wait. I remember. Had you seen it before we started? Okay, yeah. So you hadn't seen the OC before we started Gotham, and then at some point after like this first season, you watched it or something like that. Between 2 and 3, and I came back for season 3, and David's like, "Hey, I'm like, what's going on?" And he's like, "I watched all of the OC," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "It's really good." And he's just looking at me with this like.
Morena,
It was really weird.
what was your favorite moment of the OC?
I had a party scene with Ben.
Wait, were you in the OC?
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry.
Hi, my name is Alex. What did character on superhero DC as a favorite Marvel or Avengers?
Who would be your favorite superhero in the Marvel or DC universe?
Canon.
I've always been obsessed with Catwoman, and that just happens to be my high school. I quoted her in my high school yearbook photo.
What was the quote?
Mistletoe can be deadly if you eat it, but a kiss can be even deadlier if you mean it.
That's a good quote.
Where's that from?
It's from Batman Returns. Michelle Pfeiffer says it.
Bat-like reflexes.
Thank you. Oh wait, Ben, you didn't answer. Who's your favorite superhero? Deadpool.
We have a 4-year-old, and he's playing with the Deadpool toy that Miranda got him, and he's like, who plays Deadpool? And I was like, it's a very handsome Canadian named Ryan. And he goes, I thought Mommy is in Deadpool. I thought you guys worked together. And I was like, that's a different thing. Ryan's a sweet kid. He's got a bright future. I think he's gonna be fine. But he's no Jim Gordon. I ducked the question. Let's go.
Yeah, I saw that. Hi.
Hi, my name is Charles. I'm a big fan of all of you, and I was just wondering, on the show Gotham, who's your favorite character?
Bruce Wayne.
Mine's Bruce Wayne too.
James Gordon.
But for real though.
Catwoman. No, seriously.
Selena?
Yeah.
think my favorite is Enigma. I love the evolution of that character, the slow and like realistic burn of a supervillain. I think it's really cool how somebody who just like doesn't have a lot of friends and who's a little weird turns into somebody that kills people for sport. It's cool.
Hi, my name's Alex, and I often love you guys, but my question is for Morena. I fell in love with you in the show V. So what was it like becoming the next generation of Diana?
It was really fun. I used to actually sneak out of my bedroom at night and watch it when my parents were watching it, the original show, and I was completely freaked out by it, could not sleep for days. So when I got the role, I was really excited. And I love what they did, especially in the pilot in the first few episodes, where it became this kind of conspiracy theory show where you come to find that the visitors have actually been living amongst us for a long time, we just didn't know it. So that was, for me, what really excited me about the project, and then it kind of morphed into something strange, and then we got canceled. But I loved just how far I could go with that character, and that I was a lizard, and that I ate mice, and that I ate my mate's head after mating. There was like so many fun places to go.
Hi. Hi guys, thank you so much for taking the time to come down. We really appreciate it. My question is for Ben. It was teased a bit last season, but will you at any point be growing a mustache? Final season?
Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna, can't spoil too much about season 5, but we're gonna honor many traditions and check many boxes of things, so yes.
That's good. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cassandra, and my question is, what is your favorite moment with the cast, like all together?
Favorite moment of the cast? I remember the first Comic-Con we went to, the first San Diego Comic-Con we went to, when the show wasn't even out yet, obviously, but the trailer had been put online and watched a lot, and we sat in that massive hall, it's hall H, I think it is there, and they played the trailer on the big screen for everybody, and then they played the pilot, and we walked out, and people were really, really excited. That was really fun. You spend an awful lot of time kind of, as an actor, kind of waiting for the right opportunity and the right moment, and then, if you're lucky enough to get that, then you really want to execute on it. There's a lot of pressure, this show in particular. And when we had finished it and shot it and they had seen it, the audience that it was intended for had actually seen it and appreciated it. It's a very, very satisfying feeling. So that's a moment I'll never forget.
Morena?
I wasn't there that season.
In all of Gotham, what's your favorite Gotham moment?
You actually were there, just Ben doesn't remember you there.
That's what I meant. Similarly, I think all of the Comic-Cons we've done together has been a really nice time. I remember the private plane rides out there. It would be just us on a plane getting drunk, basically, because we're so nervous and it's a long flight and we're all together and we never get to hang out together because you're either doing a scene with one other person and the other cast members have the day off, or we're all really busy, you're living lives and doing things and we don't often get the opportunity to hang out, all of us. And that was a good 5.5, 6 hours where we're all sitting in a tiny plane together and just getting to know each other and hanging out. It's really nice.
I think one of my favorite moments is I forget, was it your birthday? It was when season 4 was just premiering, or I don't know if it was just before that, but Sean invited us just a while ago. Sean invited us all to his friend's bar on the Lower East Side, and all of us.
Yeah, it was his birthday.
It was your birthday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I thought. Yeah, for Ben's birthday, and we saw the first episode of season 4 together, and I don't know, I just remember after seeing the episode, one of my favorite episodes of the show, and we were all just together afterwards and just having a good time. I just remember looking around and being like, wow, like this really is my second family, and I just feel really great. I just feel really fortunate to know these people. I just remember thinking that, and it was a special moment for me.
Yeah, can I just talk about that night for a second? He was, I think, well, you know, you guys know we have kids, so we don't party often. I think we started it at like 6, like total amateurs. By 9:30, Ben was asleep in bed. He got so drunk so fast. I barely got him through the happy birthday cupcakes, and like we were waiting. At a certain point, I just saw him, I think sitting on Corey's lap, feeling Corey's boobs, and they were like I was like, what's happening? Right, I gotta get my husband home. It's getting weird. And we were standing outside waiting for the Uber, and he took cupcake frosting and just kind of like smashed it all over my chest. And I was like, we gotta go. This is not.
It's an overshare. It's an overshare.
Okay. It was.
Great birthday, guys.
Ask Corey about the videos. He's got them.
Great birthday.
Hi.
My question is for everybody. Whenever there's been a remake of Batman or anything like that, there was a previous Batman to kind of know what the character was like. Everybody knows them. How does it feel to play iconic characters without really having the backstory? You're kind of making it up because we've never seen that much of their young lives.
That's right. So we can't get it wrong. we are the original Batman. Because we is the original, but what's the right grammatical construction of that? You know, there was a pressure on us because of that, because everyone wanted to know, you know, all right, who are you referencing? What kind of, you know, is David gonna look to, Christian Bale for his, you know, Bruce Wayne isms? Am I gonna look to, Gary Oldman, whatever? But once we sort of got over the hump and we've been on the air, made our choices and been met with sort of positive response, then you're really able to just go wherever you want. And I think that's tremendous. You know, I think that is such a luxury and a liberty and freeing ultimately, because we're seeing these characters a good, at least a decade, if not 2 or 3 decades before we're going to see them on screen. And so, in the film versions. So it's really kind of great. And, you know, barring a Muppet Babies version of Batman, they're not going to go before us, right? So we're kind of, you know, in a way, this pivotal, foundation of it. So it's really great. Good question.
Hi, my name is John. And so my question is for all 3 of you. And Gotham kind of takes on a different version of the Batman Detective Comics mythos. And so my question is, what is your favorite aspect that's not really considered canonical in terms of like the storyline, and that you guys got to experience being a part of making?
Great question. You know, there's so many. Lee Thompkins, the Jim Gordon-Lee Thompkins relationship, which is not canonical. I'm a fan of that one.
I'm glad you remember it.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's hard to forget. I'm also a fan of, kind of the biggest one, in a way, which is that, in the comics, Jim doesn't know Bruce until much, much later in life. And here we bring them together directly after his parents' murder. So we see Jim's father figure relationship to Bruce, sort of father here, many different aspects of that relationship from jump. And we see the triangulation of Jim and Bruce and Alfred. And I think that little nexus is a really important one for the show, and a really interesting you know, sort of tangent to take the show off on that does, you know, differ from the canon a bit.
I like that one too. I think my favorite is probably Nick Mobblepot. If any of you guys agree with that. Yeah. Nick Mobblepot. Oh, right, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Nigma and Cobblepot. Nick Mobblepot.
Hi guys, thank you all so much for being here. It's really awesome to see you all. It's more of a statement, I guess, than a question. It's to Morena. Morena, outside of the comic books, we don't get a lot of really badass, you know, female characters. And a lot of the characters you've taken on are really like badass, especially, you know, Firefly and the Whedonverse and everything like that. So it's just thank you for being so awesome and giving, you know, women and young girls these characters to look up to. It's so rare nowadays, and I just wanted to say thank you for being so awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for watching.
We are running out of time, so we're going to go lightning round for the next 5-10 minutes. So we're going to go
Lightning
as fast
round.
as possible.
Come on, guys,
to get
fast.
everybody in. All right. Hi.
Hi, this question's for Morena. I love Homeland, and I was wondering, for a role like that, the research process, like, did you spend time on Army bases? Did you speak with Army
yes, no, sorry. I was sliding around, so I got
Okay, you're not helping.
No, sorry.
I booked that job after they had already shot the pilot, and I had about, like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something to get myself on the set. So it was very fast. I did not go to an Army base, but I did speak to a lot of, I went on a blog, I forgot what it's called, a support group for wives of Marines. So that was helpful, and then I spoke to a few people.
Hi, my name is Malik, and this is a question for David. What's your favorite music on your playlist?
Ooh, good question. Right now I'm listening to Scorpion, because I'm a huge Drake fan, it just came out. But hip-hop is my favorite music. Yeah, good question though, thank you. I'm a huge music lover, so yeah.
And also, you're handsome and good looking.
You too, man.
Hi, my question's for David. You're playing Bruce Wayne and then Batman, which is one of the rarest occasions we see that, where normally we see Batman and then Bruce Wayne.
Well, spoilers.
How do you prepare to play that character, basically? What's your go-to to play Bruce Wayne?
Okay, well, this is the lightning round, so I'm gonna do a short answer. Basically, I did a bunch of research before I booked the role, and then, kind of what Ben said, it was a mixture of canon, the writers, and my own freedom, because, like Ben said, we are before Batman, and I haven't actually gotten to play Batman yet, if at all, so I can't answer that one yet. Ask me again in like 6 months, and then maybe I'll have an answer for you.
Okay, hi, I'm Adler, and Maria, you're badass in Deadpool, by the way.
Thank you.
And question for every one of you, who is your favorite character in like all the shows you played or movies?
It's so hard.
Yeah, pick your favorite.
Or your favorite?
All of our favorite characters that we have each played, or that one of us has played? That's a better question. Let's do that. My favorite character that we have all played is Maya Griffith in the OC. Or it's Griffin or Griffith, it's one of them. She is exceptional. You need to go back, you need to watch episode forever. I'm also a huge fan of David's from
Dear Dumb Diary.
Dear Dumb Diary. He plays the 5th handsomest boy
in the class. Was it
in
5th,
the class? 8th handsomest. See, that's not realistic. You're at least number 5. So those are my choices. You guys, what are your favorite choices of other people's characters?
Well, you've only done like 3 things.
That's so true.
at a time, though.
I have a question for you, Tree. In what season you prefer the cast of Cameron Monaghan?
What season do we prefer his? Sorry, what?
Just read the question over again.
Yeah.
In what season you prefer the cast of Cameron Monaghan?
En français?
Dans quelle saison tu préfères le rôle de Cameron Monaghan?
Oh, Cameron Monaghan. Which season did you prefer working with Cameron?
Oh, which season? Oh, he was in both. I see.
Season 3.
He's really kind of gone downhill since then, right? Yeah, he kind of peaked. I was like peak Cameron in season 3, and then we go, yeah. I got to direct him in season 4, so I enjoyed that. Yeah. Brandon, your favorite Cameron performance season?
I've had 2 memorable scenes with him. One where he had me on that spinning wheel of death, you know, hanging upside down.
You love that.
I hate that. I was like 2 months pregnant and I wanted to throw up everywhere. But nobody knew yet, so I couldn't say it. And then the scene where he tried to like strangle me in my office. He's like you guys have said, he stays in character, so it was terrifying.
Can I borrow one of your mics? Real quick? You had a question, right? Yeah.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming. I have a question that's a little different. How did you like your experience in playing Deadpool?
I had a blast. It was really, really fun. From the moment I got that part, I didn't really realize how special it was until I was shooting, and I was like, I don't care if people like this or see this movie, I'm feeling like just so free, and it's so hard, it's so rare as a woman to play love interest in a movie that is not just like, oh, come and rescue me, I need you to help me, and I'm, you know, whatever, like in a prison somewhere or like at the bottom of a cave. So with this character, I got to be irreverent and to drop F-bombs and to play and to be really free, and that was really, really nice. For the second movie, it started off terrible for me because I had to do this whole like deep water dive thing, which I'm not a scuba diver, like it's terrifying to me. I had to be like 10, 15 feet underwater, and they never used it in the movie at all. I'm hoping one day it'll be in the extras, but it's nowhere in there. But it was a much more heartfelt, kind of different than the first. So I think both movies combined have been incredible experiences for me.
We have time for one more question.
Hey guys, I was wondering if it was your first time in Montreal and if there was a special place you'd like to visit during your trip here.
Oh. It's always the botanical gardens.
I've been here before several times. I love the Scandinavian baths. It's really pretty in there. It smells nice.
David?
This is my first time here. If you have any recommendations, just tell me, please. I'm all ears. Yeah, I'll go out right now. You guys can come with me. Be my tour guides.
We haven't been yet, but I hear Schwartz's is a good place to go to. Yeah. And no one's offered it. Should we have poutine? We should. Okay. We should have. Okay, got it. We're gonna have poutine then. Thank you. It's my first time here too. It's a wonderful city. Thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Gotham!
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of the 2018 Montreal Comic-Con. Please like, comment and subscribe to see more, and let us know below what you think of this video. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.